And we're live. Good morning, everyone.
Good
Morning.
morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Nelson Vasquez. Dr. Kills is traveling as we speak. Uh, I don't know if he might pop up in the chat though. He sometimes listens. Um, and of course, I am in Central Florida. Alia is somewhere south of Florida
Somewhere
in a
south.
non-disclosed location. Everybody knows where she is, but anyways. And we have Xenia and Ivan today this morning with us. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. And if you put hashtag KMT with your questions, you're going to get what, Alia?
I'm putting everybody in t-shirts this year. Everybody gets a t-shirt.
All right.
We're gonna get uniformed up by the end of the year.
We're going to have a new t shirt for Hack Your Health, right?
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a new t-shirt for Hack Your Health. It's gonna be awesome. I'll
Yeah.
I'll pop it up later, a little bit later today.
All righty. Uh, Thank you for being here this morning. And I'm going to let our guests introduce themselves and tell us about their carnivore story. All right?
Yeah, I'll start. Because I have more issues than he is. And so I I've been diagnosed. My name is Xenia. I've been diagnosed 17 years ago with rheumatoid arthritis. In my family, nobody has any autoimmune issues or anything like that. So for us, it was all new, and so it came as a shock. And so that's where my health journey started. And of course, visiting doctors. Um, it didn't really give me a lot of relief. I mean, they're only masking symptoms and giving me more like side effects. And so I started looking into alternative health. And irony is that my husband is a hunter and he's been hunting here in Canada for like 17 years. And I mean, we've been eating meat, but not regularly. So our diet consisted of not standard American diet, but it was not great, but something in the middle, I would say. And so, of course, I looked into different modalities like acupuncture, massage, like cryotherapy, and like even apitherapy, where you inject like bee venom into your joints, right? So to relieve inflammation. And then I've tried like stem cell therapy. It's like when they actually in Florida, it was a clinic where they um, take your fat and they inject into back into your body to so your body can heal. I mean, all of it and like help some, but not where I would say I would go into remission where my inflammation would go down. And so I kept searching. I kind of knew deep inside that there is something out there, there are answers out there, and I had to do it quickly because the RA, as you know, it's autoimmune and it's acting fast, right? So destroying the joint. So I had to find a solution. So then I went to university for a year to study, like it's a nutritional school. So I thought, I have to get to the root of it. Like I have to um, find that missing piece, what I'm doing wrong, like why there is fire inside of me, why there's inflammation coming. I understood that, everything we put into our mouth, and that's basically what our cells are consisted, like what we feed our body, that's what it is. And but what exactly was it? Like what it was eating that still was contributing to my inflammation. So going to university for a year, studying anatomy of a human being and how to eat and it was so crazy to see so how many students came there for the same reason as I was like there were like about 30 of us and everybody were there pretty much like 80% of us that they were dealing with health issues that couldn't resolved um, and they were there to just understand, and to find that missing piece. So I started shifting my like eating habits towards more like paleo diet, right? So, but it still consisted of a lot of fruits and veggies like grains, bread, and like and good fats, and like it was a movement in the right direction, but it was still not giving me the relief I was looking for. And again, we are talking about like 16, 17 years. So in the span of 16 years, it's like, back and forth searching for it. And and then like I even went to Germany for like parasite cleansing, because some people believe that that's the parasites cause our diseases. So I thought, well, this is something I haven't tried yet. And when I went there, the focus there was more on vegan and vegetarian diet. And when I came home, I was all excited. I thought, like, I don't think you're going to be hunting anymore. And so we gonna try vegan diet. So Ivan always was supportive, and he was on by my side, and he said, well, vegan is vegan, so let's try it. So that's we started incorporating a lot of vegetarian, vegan dishes, and then believe it or not, like I convinced him so much that we've decided to invest into plant-based restaurants. So we're managing and running a restaurant. It was a vegan restaurant, and I thought, this is it. I found it. This is the key, and like I'm going to be helping the world, and I'm going to be healing myself. And then, like after about, I would say 5, 6 months, I understood like deep inside it's not working. I just don't feel my inflammation is even worse. Like I am, fatigued. I don't have energy, and this is not working, unfortunately. And then COVID came, and uh, in our case, it was luck. Like we closed the restaurant down, and then I thought to myself, well, there's still something not right. And then one day I was listening a podcast, and somebody was talking about that people with rheumatoid arthritis have some kind of it's a bacteria that called Prevotella capri, I believe, and it's prevalent when you have rheumatoid, and if you eat carbs, and that's what it feeds on it. And so it kind of stick to my mind, like I thought about like, well, okay, how do I get rid of this bacteria? If I have it, I haven't done any testing, but um, I thought, okay, I can't not eat carbs, right? That's what I thought, and then kind of put it out there. And then later, like about a year and a half ago, I heard the interview with Michaela Peterson, and that's because she has an array, and that's I thought, well, okay, she's eating steak for, like, and it's helping her. And I thought after try pretty much everything on the sun, and it's sure I'll try, eat just eating meat. Just I was giving like myself a month, and after eating, like very strict for a month, my inflammation pretty much in 2 weeks subsided, and like I felt started feeling great, kind of back to my own original myself when I was diagnosed 17 years ago. So now I feel like in my 40s, I feel better than I was in my 20s. And so now, yeah, we like I continue on. It's been a year, and of course, we visited Meatstock last year in May. Like no, this year. Yeah, it was this year in May, and met all this wonderful, people and doctors,
Mhm.
and it was just amazing to see, the healing power of just, eating basic, we're back to square one where we started, like my husband is happy, he's hunting again, and it's just and yeah, maybe you tell your side of a story, and like why
Yeah, my
you
name is
started.
Ivan, and basically, I never had any issues with health. Pretty much, like the thing is, like Xenia mentioned, we never ate. We are born in and raised in Kazakhstan, so we've been here in Canada for about 20 years, and I moved from Europe. We used to live in Europe for about 6 years. And the thing is, like growing up in a Russian-speaking family, we always eat like home cooked meals and stuff like that. And so that was like never obesity or those type of scenarios in our diet. Like no pop and stuff like that. We kind of like ate healthy in a way, but at the same time, like Xenia mentioned, she tried so many freaking things through this journey of our family, her journey specifically, and I always support her with anything because I knew that being on a heavy medicine with side effects and anything could happen to her health, even worse, right? So I was open to invest or to support in any direction, right? So, and I was even tried myself, like she mentioned, vegan and stuff like that. So, and the thing is, like, about in February, before she stopped mentioning about meat stock, and she met this community, and I already saw her eating like this. As a hunter, I had enough meat for her, and no problem to supply with ground deer and steaks and stuff like that, with bone broth. So not an issue. So to create a variety, I'm a chef, and I cook at home and basically I harvest the meat and process it. So I know exactly what kind of cuts I have. And basically I made sure that she has this variety, specifically at the start. So the thing is, like in February this year, I decided to, try it out. I had few issues with my health, bloating and some kind of skin condition. I had some spots on my whole body, and it's kind of started to develop like in about like a year or so. The doctor could not say what was that. So we went to Europe. It worsened. I had some even more major issues. So, I said, I just want to jump in and try it out for myself because there's so many good benefits. And I believed maybe it's a good reset, even for myself, just to stay away of everything and just go completely 100% carnivore. So I went 100% carnivore for about month, 2 months. Basically, it was like steak, butter, um, salt, a little bit coffee without cream in the morning. So, but it's completely strict, no carbs, no sugars. I cut all the sugars out. I had my coffee, let's say, for with sugar. I changed that to salt, and I still use my coffee with salt, and I kind of love it. So that helped me to offset and reset my system. And after about a month and a half, my skin cleared. I'm a really active man in gym, so I go to the gym about 4 days a week, and I definitely saw the improvement of recovery because I exercise quite extensively, and I had some muscle pains, and I start feeling about like in about 2 months that my recovery is faster, my sleep is great, I don't have any bloating, and the skin issue was better, and basically, yeah, when we went to the meat stock, I saw for myself, you guys there. I remember the doctor and Dr. Keel, Sean Baker. I did like a morning exercise which I had Sean Baker with the like sprinting and stuff like that. He was explaining about that, and like seeing this community, definitely, it's not a magic cure or anything like that. Like people is not like completely like losing all the issues or health and stuff like that. But at least there is some kind of reset and some kind of hope. Uh, and I saw in people, it was like over 300 people, and there's so many great stories. When we had lunches, I spoke with different people, met many people just to hear their story, right? Not just to understand if it's true or not, and came back really empowered and supporting Xenia with this journey. And I would probably say I'm not 100% carnivore now. I would probably say about 80-20. And that being said, I have maybe sometimes carbs here and there because, like I said, I just wanted to introduce myself into this carnivore to support her, but at the same time, test on myself. But I still stay away from veggies and fruits as much as possible. And, it's a steak, bacon for the morning. I love it. I have only two meals a day, morning and like dinner, and that's it, and I think it's amazing that it's simple, it's back to basics, it's ancestral food. I kind of believe that. and it has a lot of nutrition, everything what we need. Specifically, it's good fats with good butter. I supplemented some vitamins and minerals a little bit, but overall, I'm 41 years old and I feel great. My gym, my sleep. So like it's great. Like I would definitely suggest for people to try it out, even to
Yeah.
yeah.
And when
Very
we
good.
travel, hmm? Yeah,
I
when
was
we
gonna say,
travel, it, yeah,
go
yeah,
ahead,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Yeah, yeah. When we travel and and let's say we try something and eat something that we're not supposed to, and it's like we kind of feel like, well, okay, we really missing, like let's get back to, our routine, and that's kind of in us now, and we don't want to go back, especially if it's working. Why would we quit, right? It's working great, and yeah.
So, Ivan,
Yeah.
you mentioned, well, I've never had any health problems, yet you have, after you went carnivore, you discovered many improvements in things that may not be severe chronic diseases like rheumatoid arthritis,
Mhm.
correct? You mentioned the bloating and the skin changes and all that.
Mhm.
Xenia, how long have you been carnivore at this point?
So so it's a year.
A year.
Yeah.
And are you still taking any medication for your rheumatoid arthritis?
I'm taking just one left, and but it's like I'm talking to my doctor, and of course it takes time to get to see her, right? And she knows that I'm on some kind of, she doesn't know like about carnivore, but she knows about some kind of anti-inflammatory diet. So
All right.
yeah,
And
yeah,
so is the medication you're taking one of those injectable immune modifying
yeah.
medications?
It's like if we compare, like I used to take four like every week, like one injection every week. So now it's down to one. So it's like, and then as I said,
Once
like,
a
and,
month.
and all
Well,
my
that's
markers, yeah, all my markers are great. Like I just did my extensive blood work, and and I requested a calcium test score to do, so I'm gonna do it like after like New Year. I just want to check for myself. I know it's gonna be good, but it's like, but yeah, all my markers are great at this point. Yeah.
all right. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat and we can ask this lovely couple here about anything, I guess anything you want, right? From
Mhm.
the things that they have mentioned. We do have one question, Alia, if you can
Yeah, I
bring
saw
that up.
that. It's from, I think this is for you, actually, from Melissa. Melissa, hey, good morning. I'd love it if you'd consider sharing your thoughts on Hashimoto's together with other autoimmune conditions. I'm
So,
guessing in relation to carnivore.
uh, Xenia, do you have any comments about this, first
Well,
of all?
I know like all autoimmune condition, they're all kind of, they have different names, but the root cause, like it's all inflammation, right? To me, it doesn't matter the name, right? So like, I mean, if you have thyroid issue, or, like joints or what else, like it's you have to change your diet. That's the, main
Yes.
thing. And yeah.
Say you have it there. That's my response. I agree with her 100%. So whether it's Hashimoto's, rheumatoid arthritis, systemic lupus erythematosus, whether you're having a rare autoimmune condition or a common autoimmune condition, it's all kind of the same thing. It's some inflammation. Your body is reacting very similarly, and we call it different things depending on the symptoms, number one, and depending on the different blood markers. But it seems that all autoimmune conditions respond very well to, you can call it your elimination diet, anti-inflammatory diet, but basically you go carnivore and these anecdotes seem to be the the usual response, right? Um, and we've already talked to so many people that have had improvements on many of these conditions, to the point where their markers sometimes go completely negative and they have no more symptoms. Whether you want to call that remission, reversal, cure, it doesn't matter as long as you're feeling better, right?
Mhm.
So very good, and hopefully eventually you can get off that medication as well.
Yeah, I
So,
have a funny story to tell. Like about 10 years ago, I've changed few doctors along the way, and so the doctor I thought was kind of crazy back in the day because 10 years ago it was like nobody talked about it, right? Like even keto was not existent, and so when he asked me what I eat for breakfast, and I said, well, like some maybe like I would have oats with like some berries, and then he would ask, okay, what did you have for lunch? And I would say, like let's say I ate like sushi with brown rice and like avocado. I thought, wow, this is really healthy, right? And it's
Mhm.
and then he said he was kind of jokingly said, "Well, no, eat bacon and eggs for breakfast, and eat like steak for lunch." And I kind of looked at him, and he was calling it Atkins diet back in the day, and I thought, well, this is kind of nuts. And but it was 10, as I said, 10 years ago. But now I understand why he was and then later I've actually learned he lost his license, so he's not a doctor anymore.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
was it because of recommending
Well,
anything like this?
I think there are like bunch of stuff that he's doing, like just like lots of different tests. That he was different. He was different from other doctors out there. So yeah, that's
Mm.
probably why.
All right. So if you have any questions, put them in the chat. Um,
I don't know if this is for Ivan. What carbs do you eat? Oh, I'm not sure if that's for Ivan or somebody in the
might
chat.
be because he mentioned he's eating
Yeah,
some carbs.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
So basically, let's say if we go out, I have maybe like a small piece of bread or something like that if it comes with any breading, right? So or let's say if I sometimes in the weekend I have like it's really dark type bread, like it's European kind of. It comes from Lithuania, so sometimes maybe I have a small piece with butter on top, something like that, like or maybe I have like a fig, or
Well, you eat a
or
lot of like dill, right? Like the pickled
yeah,
stuff,
or maybe like I
cabbage.
have like
Yeah,
a little cabbage or pickle, pickle
with the
with a
meat.
steak or something like that, so that I would probably say an extra carb here and there. Um, Maybe a little honey. I still away from the sugars, I still have my coffee with salt. But the biggest thing for me was definitely uh, to experience on myself how my body reacts and how I feel inside my gut. That was the biggest difference, like now if I let's say if I eat a regular meal I as I used to do, let's say, which is it's like out of the moon, let's say we travel, let's say I have like a pasta and some salad and stuff like that, I definitely feel the difference. My gut is bloated, I
Mhm.
don't feel right, it's too feeling kind of feel I'm kind of overeating and stuff like that. I'm hungry again. So and then when I eat steak, I feel completely different. First of all, it's quiet. There is no bloating. It's like a full energy level, and I'm full. And it's fullness. Let's say for a full day, if I have uh, a grind meat with bacon and 4 eggs for the morning, I don't have any snacks or lunches till when I get home around 5 o'clock, and that's felt so nice that I have like this full day energy, and I always stop at the gym after work. I have my water with some salt, and like the biggest thing also I felt I don't have a fatigue around 3 o'clock. I used to have like a kind of fatigue, or I would get home, I have like a nap. So this is gone. I don't have this fatigue. Like I said, I go to the gym 4 times a week and for an hour, and I get home, I have like a nice dinner. again steak or grind beef and stuff like that, bone and broth. So and it feels clean, it feels light, filling, and just clean energy, clean fuels. And I just feel it's great. And again, it was really important for me to understand and go to that type of event. That's why I supported Xenia. I said, I really want to see, because like, yeah, there's some stories and I see your improvement, but at the same time, it's almost like a fairy tale when people say, "Oh, I've got better," and it's kind of it's a disbelief. And when I went, I saw 300 people. Like I said, so many stories. I said, "Wow, man, there is definitely something way more than just a cure or like a way we should eat at least like 75, 80%. Specifically here in the Western hemisphere with so many chemicals and additives and packaged food and processed oils and stuff like that. So, like I said, also as a chef, cooking all the time, I had like not canola oil. I always stick to like olive oil and maybe coconut oil. But there's not, we don't have those oils anymore for like over a year now. It's a butter or it's a ghee or it's maybe like a rendered fat from bear, from elk, and that's what we cook on. It's also great because Xenia mentioned so many times, saying like, do you see that we don't even use olive oil, which is kind of cool because I used to buy like jars and like put into the salads and cook on it and stuff, do some kind of different stews and pastas and stuff like that. And even that is the freedom because you have a steak. It's simple, easy. Yeah, it's the same. It's boring. I have the same eggs every single morning. It's boring in a sense, but the way how I feel is more important than just a variety for me, for us anymore. And even our son is kind of eating pretty much the same like us. He's still
Mhm.
on a carbohydrate kind of diet, but still, when we have a steak, he is joining us, and we have this simple, easy one plate dinner. It's on a big cutting board and two forks or three forks for us, right? So yeah.
You have some more questions, Alia?
Yeah, we do. How old is your son?
He's 17 and
Oh, okay.
yeah, so we let him choose, how wherever he wants to eat, but he knows since he was, watching me when, like pretty much all this time, like struggling with health. And, of course, we talk about this at home, and he very cautious of what he puts in his mouth, and we just, like I'm very thankful for it. And then when we were away, like in the summer, and I called him and I said, well, have you eaten? And he said, yeah, I'm about to eat. I said, what are you gonna eat? And he said, steak. So I don't know if he
Aw.
was saying it just for us, or is it because I believe he probably did, and because he's enjoying it, and yeah.
I love that. Okay, Bill Cook. So, do you add iodine or planning on adding more iodine in the future, and does it affect you? And he says for thyroid.
So I've just recently learned there's a great woman. She speaks Russian in France, and so I've been listening to her a lot. And so I really understood that, especially in the beginning when you in this journey, I think your body is so overwhelmed from all the sickness, right? So I think it's very important to add like a lot of cofactors and vitamins and minerals in the beginning, especially, and then down the road, I don't think we need it if we start eating this way. And but yeah, so just recently I've added iodine, Lugol iodine, and I think it really, I feel like energy. And Ivan's noticed that he doesn't have this like white spots on his fingernails anymore. So I think
Yeah.
it's only iodine, because that's recently he added this as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's great. Yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah, I struggled with some like a white dots on my nails for like probably 15, 20 years. And it always kind of comes on my
Mm-hmm.
nails, like white dots and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. And when I changed to carnivore, and specifically like when I added about like a month ago iodine,
Mm-hmm.
about 3, 4 drops every single morning when I have my water with like
Electrolyte salt.
electrolyte salt, and the dots are gone. So I tried zinc and different all kind of things, and I said, "Wow, man, my nails are cleared up."
And it makes sense because every time we would go to the ocean, his nails would clear, and so it
Mhm.
makes sense now. We started adding iodine, and it's the same thing. It's gone. And do you want to tell about the story about the deer? How, like,
Yeah, it was interesting.
mhm.
Uh, just seeing the nature, how nature works. So I hunt with the bow as well, bow and arrow. And when I went this year, and I said, I'm gonna bring some. I had some crab apples around the house, and I noticed that some deer that roam in the cities or in small towns, they love the apples. So I thought, I'm gonna grab some bag of crab apples and bring to the tree stand and just put it out there. And I'm noticing that deer comes, they smell the apples and they don't wanna eat it. So, and I kind of noticed like it's kind of really strange why they would not have an apple because it's kind of yeah, it's most likely it's good, but in their habitat there is no apples in the nature, like way out in the mountains. And a bunch of deer came. It's not just one deer came that didn't want those apples, crab apples, but another couple came, then another deer came, and they would not touch the apples. They had some, leaking salt. Yeah, they licked the salt and the water, but they avoid to have the apples. And said, "Wow, that's interesting. That makes some kind of sense. If it's not in their habitat, they're not supposed to eat that." So it's probably relating to people as well, right? To us, if we don't have the processed food and like the oils, um,
Or something imported, right? Like
yeah,
you should not
it's
eat it.
it's not supposed to be, right? It's
Hmm.
if it says on the TV, it doesn't mean that we have to eat that. So we have to listen to the body and kind of look back into the ancestor food, how our ancestors ate. So
Very good. I definitely would avoid eating an apple.
Can
First of all,
imagine.
because I get an allergic reaction, and second is pure
Wow.
carbohydrates. So, uh, any other questions, Alia?
Yep. We got a couple more questions. Lorraine Baxter, how did your family react to your diet?
Well, it's actually my parents were always supportive, and because they're older generation, and it's hard to process that, like, okay, carnivore, where it's coming from, right? And it's just they're just explaining because we've been programmed so long, and like, and it was in the beginning, they couldn't understand completely what I'm talking about. They're happy about what's because they see the difference. And but still, like, my sometimes my mother comes and she's like, um yeah, like, try this is like fresh made, this is organic, and this is like the like plums, or like something like from the garden. And and so I mean, I don't argue, I just like nod my head, but I try to plant a seed, and it's slowly happening. And so it's actually was very inspired after visiting Meatstock this year. And I'm not a writer, and like when I came home, I decided to write a book. And like, I thought I'm gonna just do it for myself, like just about my journey, because I started forgetting like all the therapies I went through. And then so when I finished it and I gave it to a few people to read, and they said, well, you definitely should publish it and get it out there. Maybe it'll help like a lot of people. And so and then I did. So here's my book here. It's called Bent, Not Broken. We can be bent, but we cannot be broken, right? So it took me 17
Very good.
years
Do we
to
have a
read.
link to that?
Yeah,
I believe, yeah,
I,
yeah. I think you
yeah. So
sent it
it's
to me.
yes, it's on Amazon Canada and the US as well. And also
Uh-huh.
we can give it away. I have a couple books to give away today. So at the end of the stream, we can, just
Oh,
give it.
I thank you for reminding me. So actually, we should do the giveaway very soon. We should do a couple giveaways. And I don't
Okay.
know what happened to the giveaway thing. It actually got shut down. Everyone, I need you to put hashtag KMT again. So we're giving away a shirt and three of your books.
I have two books. Yeah.
Two copies. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
yeah,
Very
here
good.
the
So
two
everybody
people
put KMT in
both
the hashtag
away.
KMT in the description in the chat.
Okay, let's do another question. GFG's Homestead. What do you hunt and how do you preserve the meat?
So basically, I hunt all the game which is available here in Canada legally to hunt. So it's a big game, small game, migratory birds. So I was successful to hunt black bear just about 3 weeks ago, and with my bow.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
With a
and
bow?
then yeah, yeah. So with the bow. And from the tree stand, I'm not like crazy or like back to the completely roots, like with the spear and running like half naked. I'm not that type of hunter, but still, yeah. And then I hunt also migratory birds, which is like snow geese, Canada geese, ducks, partridges, some kind of birds, right? So elk, moose, white-tailed deer, mule deer. So, and I also basically process my meat. I don't give it away to the butcher. So basically, I clean in the forest and then I bring the quarters and then I process. And the way how I basically I just paper wrap like a meat wrap and freeze it, right? And then I cut all the meat separately and different cuts. So I have basically my grind, my steaks, my stew or roasts, and then I have all the bones and basically like first months because the bone marrow does not stay good for a long time, right? It's about like 2-3 months, and usually like November because right now is the hunting season, October, November. Usually November, December, January, February, we have bone broths all the time. So it's a great alternative as well. Let's say you have a steak and you have a nice cup of bone broth with tendons and bone marrow. It's great, specifically like when winter starts. So that's how I process and yeah, cook my meat. Yeah. Mhm.
Very
Awesome.
good.
Oh,
And then
thank you, Louis. Thank you so much.
All right. We have more questions.
Yeah, Elkie, eating has become way to fill the need of nutrition, not entertainment. Yeah,
Yeah,
great.
exactly.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Louis, Dr. Nelson, what do you think what do you think about a few drops of limon, salt and
Well,
water?
yeah, he put limon in Spanish. I don't think that's a problem. However, like with any food, any question you have about this food, does it affect you negatively? That's the first thing. And if it doesn't, and you want to do it, go ahead and do it. Uh, I do when I make my concoctions to drink. I put some of the electrolytes, and there there's a little bit of flavor there. I also put a little bit of lemon, but first you need to make sure it's not something that is affecting you negatively.
Exactly. Let's see. DJ Bro, did either of you have elevated LDL after starting carnivore?
So for myself, I just recently, like I would say 2 weeks ago, I did the extensive blood work and it's elevated, the good cholesterol, right? Like I don't remember like which one, but I did the like uh, just I listened to Sean Baker and that's what he was saying that all the cholesterol like the high, it's a good cholesterol right now. So now I understand that. And but my doctor, I was surprised because I was ready for like a lecture, right, on that. And I thought, he probably just gonna, say, I need something for it. But he was not. He was taking it good. And they said, like I'm on keto. I didn't say carnivore, but I said I'm on keto. And then he took it really well. And maybe he knows. And he said, okay, well, do what you do. If it's working, it's great. So yeah, but Ivan, no, he hasn't done any
no,
blood work
not
yet,
yet.
but maybe in the new year we'll do this for him as well.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think I think we're out of questions. Oh, Elkie would like to know what province you live in.
We in Alberta.
I think she's in Toronto, around
Alberta.
Toronto. No,
Ontario, yeah.
Elkie is in Toronto.
Oh, Elkie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Calgary, city Calgary. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
All right. No more
Canada,
questions. Yes.
Canada may bring a World Series title. home. The Blue Jays are going to be in the World Series.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and
Go ahead.
yeah, the other thing is with, with family, you've been asking about friends and family and stuff like that. We don't have too many friends, so it's kind of maybe easy in a way. And then the family, like it's because I hunt with my father-in-law, usually like they have meat, so we definitely have like the things to choose from, right? So it's kind of straightforward and simple. And when we be out eat out, let's say I always ask to cook my steak on butter, like because I have allergy. I just being straightforward, I have allergy on seed oils. I don't want them. That's it. If you can't cook it, I just not gonna eat there. And Xenia was a little bit shy to do that, and I was just strict on. If you guys think those oils are bad for me, I'm not gonna just sit here and I gonna demand because I'm paying for that steak anyways, right? So that's kind of straight. And when we travel, it's simple. I have my even when we travel the meat stock because we went for like a week traveling and going to Tennessee and stuff like that. I just went to Walmart, bought like a small gas stove. I bought like a pan. I have those the gas canisters to change. And every single day I had no problem. Just pick up some butter, go to the grocery store, grab a couple of steaks, and it's like so easy. I was cooking in the hotels. I was cooking on parking lots in our car, rental car. So I was posting on my social media about that, how simple it actually could be, avoiding even restaurants, and it was just simple, breakfast, easy, fast, and then we have our dinner around 3, 4 o'clock. A huge couple steaks, and then we supported some businesses that were on meat stock. I forgot the place, but we bought like a huge chunk, probably like one will be butter, and we had the butter for the whole week. We just had like everywhere that butter, right? So it was amazing.
It isn't that difficult. I mean, when you travel, a lot of people when they travel, they're thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna go to restaurants only." But
Yeah,
if you plan a little bit, you can do. I mean, you're gonna spend a week somewhere. If you were going 5 days or 7 days, whatever it is, if you're gonna be spending nightly for even two people going to a restaurant, you might as well do what you did: buy a little stove. Even if you can take it with you,
yeah.
you
I was
will
just
spend less money than having to go to a restaurant for every meal.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can buy a steak, a nice steak for our in US. When we went into the grocery stores, about like 10, 10, $15, like a nice large ribeye. I would buy, let's say, two, and some eggs. It's like $5, right? So like $5 for like butter, some cream, and maybe like a cup of cheese. And it's so easy and simple. It's fast. You have your steak in about like 5, 10 minutes. Dinner's done. Just yeah, and it's easy on the go, right? You can buy
Yeah.
a pan and like kind of stove,
When
right?
we were in Midstock, Dr. Kills and Alia and I, we stopped at a supermarket that was very close to the entrance, going up the mountain and to where we were staying, anyways, multiple times during those I think it was 5 days or something
Yeah, it
like
was like
that.
5 days that we were
Uh,
there.
so we already knew the store and what they had.
Mhm.
Anyways,
It was fun. Um, GFG Homestead, do you make your own jerky?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I have a like a dehydrator, and I just put salt on it, and that's it. Yeah, we make some jerky as well. Yeah, definitely.
what cut of meat do you normally use for the jerky?
Jerky,
Yeah.
usually like it's a back strap, or maybe some tendon on the back leg,
Okay.
so I just slice it. I have a slicer, so I have a lightly frozen steel meat, and then I just slice it through. I just put some salt on it and into dehydrator. It was like a recipe actually from Sean Baker, because I remember he was posting some videos. He's saying like this is like a gold in my family that it's gone like usually in a few nights. So I said, like I should just do the same recipe, like not add any spices, just a pinch of salt on it, and deer tastes amazing, so it's great, and it's yeah, simple,
Very
easy.
good.
Mhm.
Good. Maybe this is for you, Dr. Nelson. Wendy J. Have attempted to connect with the doctor that suggests the Atkins diet, maybe in the low carb carnivore community, or maybe in SMHP. What is that again? SMHP?
Oh, I think it's for them. Have you attempted to connect with the
Oh,
doctor that suggested the Atkins diet? Maybe he's on the low carb carnivore community, or maybe in the Society of Metabolic Health Practitioners.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't
so
even think he's in Canada anymore. It's like, to be honest, like and it's been 10 years ago. We just got a letter in the mail and just saying that this doctor is no longer practicing because his license was taken away. So yeah, haven't tried. I haven't, looked for them, but
yeah.
maybe
Okay.
strange things happen when you stand out doing something
Right.
that not everybody else does, and
Right. Unfortunately, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Elke, we camped so easy to pack food, steak, eggs, bacon, ground beef, butter, and water. There you go. This could be for anyone. Luis, do you put any sunblock or lotion on your skin? No, I don't. But that could be for
No.
anybody.
No, it's that's what's great about carnivore, and I'm telling people
Noticed, yeah.
first of all, like, there's no like body odor or anything, like, and just you don't get like any sunburn. You even mosquitoes don't don't eat it you, right? Like, so it's like all the great things with it, right? So yeah,
So interesting.
yeah.
Christine says she loves Ivan's enthusiasm. The 4 a.m.
Thank you.
enthusiasm. Last question that we have so far. I'm happy that you have found carnivore. My mother-in-law has RA and suffered for years now, 86. Well, you will not be in the same boat. So happy you found this way of eating.
Thank you.
Let's see.
And interesting part I'm just gonna add quick here about Xenia's book. It's like living with the person, specifically my loved one. She's my friend. She's my wife. We've been together for 22 years, and we have great relationships, right? So, and with this book, personal for me, it was really interesting to read through for me, for my son, because like we support her and everything what she does, right? So if she goes for some kind of new treatment, whatever, we support financially. I support financially, and we fly together even and stuff like that. So, but the thing is, like, it's still tough to really get into the bones of person who is really suffering, right? So it's really tough to understand if I'm super healthy and I have no issues or problems. It's really tough to understand. So, and when she wrote her book and explained the story and how she felt and how she struggled to get up for work and stuff like that, it's really went deep down in me to really understand like how it actually is to be that type of into those type of shoes, and basically this book is not just for people who is sick, I would probably say, but who has like a partner that he supports, a family, like father, mother, and stuff like that. It's really opened my eyes to really understand that sometimes I just don't have to like give her options and ideas how she would be a better or healthier. Just I would say just stick to myself and support, right? Specifically like with that meat diet. If I said, I'm just gonna try on myself, just to show support also, and just try something for myself. So it's a great yeah, awesome book. So just
Awesome.
wanted to share that. Yeah. Mhm.
so we're gonna have more than one giveaway today, Alia, right?
Yeah, so we should start it now, but I wanted to show the shirt that's going to be released at Meats. Sorry, not Meat Stock, Hack Your Health. Dr. Kiltz wanted this shirt made. So you can come and get it at our booth. They will be for sale. I love it. That was totally Dr. Kiltz's idea. He's the one that comes up with the good ideas. Okay. Let's do the giveaway then. So the first giveaway will be the t-shirt that I promised. So here we go. Oh, do you see it on the screen? All right. Drum roll. It's like going real slow today. Pat Hess. Congratulations, Pat Hess on Facebook. You won a Kilt Mighty Tribe t-shirt. Not the one I just showed, because that's not being released until Hack Your Health. But you'll get another one. Please email me, alia@drkilts.com, and I will get you a t-shirt. I need your shirt size. So let's do the next one. So 2 books. This will be for the first book.
Yeah.
One day I'll get actual sounds. Bent, not broken. I love it. Woo, Sharon. Yay, Sharon. Congratulations. Okay, so I think that they should email me their address and then I'll forward it to you. So Sharon, please email me your address and we'll get that to you. And last but not least, Discover Homes with Chrissy. Congratulations, Chrissy. So email me again. Yeah, and then I will get the information to them and you will get your book. Awesome. Thanks for playing, everybody. Oh, here we go. We got one more question from Mr. Castiron. He says, Ivan, do you prefer buck or doe meat, or does it matter to you?
It doesn't matter, like if it's any wild game, like if we are short on meat, I usually have connections with local farmers, and I buy a home-raised cow, maybe a quarter or something like that to supplement at the end of the season. Usually there's a summer, but usually I try as much as possible to hunt to have our own meat, because I truly believe for myself it's a medicine for my family, for us to have a wild game, because first of all it's wild, right? And it's great. So doesn't matter yet to me. I'm not hunting for a trophy. I am hunting for great meat. So basically, yeah.
Awesome. Are you guys going to be at Hack Your Health in Tampa?
No, not in Tampa. Now we are still thinking about Meatstock next year if we can make it, but yeah, not in Tampa. No.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
Alia, where can people go to get a ticket for Meatstock if they don't have one yet?
You go to hackerhealth.com, and when you buy your ticket,
No, Meatstock.
Oh, I think meatstock.com. Let me see.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Don't we have a link?
We don't have a link yet, but the link exists. There is a link, but we don't have any, what is it called? We don't have a discount code. So I will ask Scott for that. You're going to be at Meatstock next year, Dr. Nelson. I might be at Meatstock next year.
Yes, and we do have a link, Alia.
Oh, we do? Okay. It's somewhere.
Yes. May 2nd and 3rd, Meatstock 2026, Cabin Retreat. And if there is a discount code, we should have it there. But we do have a link to getting tickets.
Yeah, that's going to be a great event. I think there's going to be more people this year, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like with Tyler Peterson's coming, Eric Berg's coming, like tons of huge people are coming. So I think more people will.
A lot of people. The whole lineup is there on the links. And I mean, wow.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
I think people should definitely, come. It was just very transformational, like for us, like especially if you're starting carnivore journey, that was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Specifically connecting with other people. It's not just about the stories of doctors, but when you really connect, because like for me, like I mentioned, I wanted to talk to many people as possible. Just on the breaks after we met some people that we went to a steakhouse to kind of hear their stories. She had a mess. She completely, in remission, and just to hear the stories to empower you. If you're trying to, that's probably going to be to the listeners there. If you're trying to get on this diet and you need empowerment, definitely, you need to visit some kind of event where there's a big congregation of meat-eating people, carnivore people. It's definitely inspires you, because then you really talk to people, you hear those stories, and it's not on TV, on screen. You actually see them, and they tell their personal health issues, so
The
definitely.
lineup right now has 54 people.
I don't know
Okay,
how they're all going to have time to speak.
I
They get 3
probably
minutes.
not. And by the way, that does not include yours truly. I will be there. My picture is not there. But Dr. Kills will be certainly for that.
Yes.
Mm.
But you guys were at the cabin retreat, correct?
We were not. We
you
were
weren't.
just for the day. Yeah. We
Oh,
were
okay,
just for
okay.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
it's really nice being able to talk to people and make friends. I think that's the best part of those events,
Right.
actually. My
Mhm.
favorite
And
part.
it was packed. And I suspect there's going to be even more people coming up now in May.
Mhm.
It's going to be the same spaces,
Yeah.
the same cabins, and the same
Right.
meeting place. So this is going to be really packed next year.
Isn't it not Meatstock, but it's similar event in Montreal right now happening? That's where Dr. Kiltz is. Is it?
Yeah, he's in he's flying. I think he'll be there today.
Mhm.
He's flying there. He'll
Yeah.
be there for a couple days and then in Texas.
Okay. Mhm.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
moves a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
I actually thought he would be here this morning. I didn't realize he was going to be on a plane this morning, but thank you for being
Yeah.
here anyways.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah. Well, we got 4 minutes left, Dr. Nelson.
So if anybody has any last questions, please ask them now. Uh, you mentioned you don't have many friends. I would like to correct that because now you have hundreds of new
Yeah,
friends.
exactly. Thank you.
All
Thank you
right.
for that. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a point. Thanks for
And community is very important whenever you're feeling down or you're feeling like you're going astray because you ate something that didn't agree with you. And that's the main thing. A lot of people do realize the same thing. You're being strict, you're doing very well, and then you eat something you shouldn't. Whether it's something just a little bit off, whether it's well cooked vegetables and or ripe fruit. It could be something that comes in a box, a bag, or can that you shouldn't definitely be eating. And it affects us negatively. So our body lets us know sometimes. Some other people are able to tolerate it better. Then you be my guest. I'm on a Dr. Vasquez diet. And Alia is on her Alia diet. And
Yeah.
sometimes people,
I love it.
well, can I do this? You can do whatever you want,
Mhm.
but you will probably soon discover that many things don't agree with you well, or if you have severe chronic diseases,
Mhm.
like my friend here, Michael, Mr. Cast Iron, who just got a hemoglobin A1C 5.3%. I am so
From
happy
7
for
point
him.
something. From 7 point
From
something.
yeah, from like 7.5, I believe.
Yeah.
So when you get results like that, and we have many people that have had autoimmune diseases, like you, Xenia. So
Mhm.
when you get better, you very soon learn that maybe you need to stay in your lane. And who were we talking to recently with lupus?
Michelle.
Okay, yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And if she has a little bit of carbs, inflammation comes back.
Mhm.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's right. Oh, do you guys have a YouTube channel?
We don't have YouTube. No.
No,
Mm-mm.
just
Oh, okay.
Instagram.
But
No.
you do have some social media presence because you mentioned it. So
Yes.
what platform do you use most?
Yeah, Instagram. Yeah, I'm on
Instagram.
Instagram.
And what's the name on Instagram?
So I'm not sure if I can type there.
Yeah. Maybe you
Yeah,
could send that
yeah, I
to
can share
later and then
on there.
share there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
If you have a place to type, you can type it in, and if not, you can send it to Alia later, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll
we'll
do
put
that.
it in
Yeah.
the description.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah, I share on my social media is basically what I do with hunting as well, and also I empower men. What I do on the side as a hobby, I guess what calls me, I work with father and sons, men, and basically in the men's mental health community. So where we talk about basically diet, we talk about how to properly hunt your animals, how to cook them, and just physical activities in general. So I basically help men to navigate and yeah, find themselves, find the masculinity in this world now, and
Mhm.
father and son relationship. So yeah, I just share this type of information online. Yeah.
Very good. So thank you for being here, both of you. This afternoon at 3 p.m., we have a special guest, Deanna Raw. And then at 5:30, hopefully we'll get the guest that we were expecting. And that's going to be Dave
Confirming that.
Feldman at 5:30 p.m. for the Zoom call.
In the tribe.
5:30 p.m. Eastern time.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay,
that's
great.
great. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, and
Yeah, you're
yeah,
welcome.
stay well, and
Mhm.
thank you for helping people and having this channel where people can connect and find out more to figure out their health. This is great. Thank you so much, guys, and
Yeah.
yeah, say
Thank
hi
you
to
for being
Dr.
here.
Pierce. Yeah.
And go over to Old Guy Carnivore.
Oh yeah, it's his turn.